Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Force here with some more StarCraft 2 commentary for you today. We will be taking a look at a series between Slayers MMA and Millennium Feast. This is going to be a Terran versus Protoss, MMA versus Feast, starting off here in Shakur's Plateau. Our blue Protoss player, Millennium Feast, in the lower right-hand spawn location, and of course the red Terran player, Slayers MMA, in the lower left-hand spawn position. I did want to start off this game by giving you guys a little bit of recent tournament information. Start off with our red Terran player, Slayers MMA. He took first place at the 2011 GSL Blizzard Cup, winning 4-3 against Dongray Gu, and actually ended up taking second place at the 2011 MLG Korean Invitational, losing 2-4 against MVP. His opponent, Millennium Feast, in the lower right-hand spawn position, took first place at the MSI Pro Cup number 5 qualifier, winning 3-0 against Momin, and took second place at DreamHack Winter 2011 BYOC Tournament number 1, not winning a single game against Headhunter, losing 0-3. So that is just a little bit of recent tournament information from both of these players. And actually, I would like to know from you guys, do you want to see, or do you want to hear at the beginning of the games, recent tournament information or recent ladder performance? Do keep in mind that sometimes I will cast games from, we'll call them strong players who don't do very well in tournaments. So at that point, I wouldn't actually have much tournament information. And if that's the case, then maybe I will just give the ladder information. But if you guys prefer, I will try to always give the ladder information instead of tournament, or vice versa. Please let me know what you would prefer below, and I'll try to accommodate as such. So I try to make sure we keep you guys nice and happy here. Happy, joyful, watching some great StarCraft and learning about things you want to learn about. SCV pulls down to finish a wall off. Slayers MMA will be going with that 1-Rax expand, as he has yet to get a gas. Here comes that orbital command, and then completely finishing off that wall off now. The probe is trapped, and he will be trying to retaliate, doing some damage here to the SCV. Forcing another SCV off of mining. Ooh, he's actually just kind of tweaking out right now. Go back to mining, sir. There you go. Good job. Do your job. Do your job well. Probe is very low, and here is the first Marine, so see you later. Probe gets taken out. MMA now heading into Scout himself, as he'll be moving right into Feast base in just a moment. Marine will be guarding the front wall there, trying to see if any more additional probes try to sneak their way on up. There's the MMA's expansion, as expected. SCV Scout in the main. We get that first Zealot coming through. Warp Gate Research also coming on out. Ooh, whoa, I thought that probe was right on his butt. I was like, what is going on? We will be seeing an expansion coming out for Feast, as he's delaying his first Stalker to try to go Expo first. SCV will be attempting to delay that, but with the Zealot there, that will be very, very difficult. You can see the SCV just one more shot from the Zealot away from dying. Nexus coming on through. The probe will be in hot pursuit. Yeah, he's just kind of dancing around right there now. It looks like the Zealot will be making his way across the map, grabbing the tower, and then likely moving to the front here of MMA's expansion. SCV needs to be very careful. 2 probes coming on down. He jukes him. Pulls back, realizing I do not want to engage those two. I would die quickly. Now we do have that Stalker coming out, and the SCV, is he going to try to make it out? No, he pulls back in. So he is a goner now. The Stalker is definitely going to take him out. Zealot working his way on up. Forced back, though, with all the Marines at the high ground. Nothing that he could do. And the Stalker just trying to corner the SCV right now. SCV tries to pull on through, but gets taken out. 2 more gateways get dropped here, as you can see. Feast did, of course, wait until he killed off MMA's SCV Scout. He does not want him to know that there's going to be 3 gateways instead of a robo. He just doesn't want him to know the exact tech that was coming on through. No reason to show that unless it's absolutely necessary. Feast expansion now complete. He can work to saturate that right now. Should be transferring on over a few of those probes, and there they go. Making their way on through. I don't know why they got that sound effect, but they did. Zealot trying to poke back up. He's going to spot the bunker, and actually a second bunker coming out for MMA. Very interesting that he's decided to come out with a second bunker here. He's really concerned about the possibility of some early aggression. Marines pushing out, almost dropping the Stalker. Look at that micro. Getting the Stalker so low is really impressive, because the Stalker does have a speed advantage right now over those Marines. Speed and range advantage. And he was able to catch Feast off guard and almost kill off that Stalker. Unbelievable. But as we can see, Feast made it away safe and sound. He took a lot of damage, but he is still alive. All of his early game units hasn't taken a loss. Both of them only losing a worker thus far in the game. 3 warp gates done. Robo now coming out. We'll be seeing that observer immediately. I'm assuming now to get some scouting here. Slayer's MMA coming out with another bunker. He's very concerned about a 3 warp gate push. That is not happening, and Feast actually just scouting that out. This is a lot of resources that MMA is actually throwing into these frontal defenses for a push that isn't coming. It's just not coming. I'm telling you right now, it's not happening. Twilight Council coming up, and that just confirms what I just stated. Twilight Council coming up. Feast is teching up as opposed to pushing right now. He could push with 3 gates, but instead he's decided to come out with that Robo and an Observer and come out with that Twilight Council. So he instead just wants to take advantage of the fact that MMA's dumped resources into these frontal defenses. Yes, he can salvage these and get some of them back, but still, he'll still lose them and kind of build them unnecessarily. Better safe than sorry, I suppose, though. MMA now coming out with a double medevacs here. He's got the reactor starport. He does have Stimpack researching, so we could be seeing a timing push here from him with some medevacs. Now this is going to be something that Feast is well aware of, as he's got that Observer Scout already now making his way through the main base, checking all those production buildings. He's going to spot that engineering base, so as such knows that upgrades will be coming shortly after. Back over here, we are seeing the Blink research come out for Feast. He hasn't done anything yet, again, out of that robotics, just that initial Observer, and that's it. No Immortals yet, anything like that. Got a bunch more gateways, 3 more gateways coming out, which will put him at 6 total. So 6 warp gates, and then Blink Stalkers is what we'll be seeing here. MMA coming out with a 3rd now, salvaging the bunkers now that he has the medevacs in play. Stimpack is now finishing, starting to switch into Marauders as well. Lands the scan, takes out the Observer. Now Feast does not know about this expansion right now. He's got no idea that this is being built. Look at that, that's the injured SCV. A very injured SCV building a command center at the 3rd. All right, MMA now moving out, and he is actually going to be checking the 3rd up here. He wants to see if Feast himself has tried to get another expansion. As we can see, that is not the case. Feast is still just on the 2 bases, coming out with another Observer. 1 Marine heading the charge here. And the medevac will be moving on up. Yeah, he was, I think he was maybe planning or expecting to see an expansion, but there's not one. There's not one up here either. Please don't drop those right there. That'd be awful. There you go. Continue to move. Congratulations. All right, Blink Stalkers and Charge Zealot researchers also coming out now that Blink Stalker has finished. Oh no, he's gonna, oh, this is bad. He's not in a good position right now. He's gonna be walking right by those forces. He's gonna try to bring them up into the main. I think he will. Observer Scout checks it, so he knows Blink Stalker's moving down and try to deal with this. Oh, this is a problem. It's not a position he wants to be in. Now we got a drop coming down over here. Let's see how much damage that can do. These units are gone. And Blink Stalker's moving up in the main. Gonna try to drop the medevac. Stimmed up Marine, doing some damage over there. Killed off 8 workers so far. This medevac makes it away with a lot of the units. He actually didn't lose too much. He was able to do a little bit of damage over here. Take a look though at the resources lost. Actually, Feast is behind right now, and again, he has lost 9 workers as well. It wasn't the greatest drop ever, but overall it was effective. It helped him more than it hurt him. He's about to get hit with Blink Stalkers though. Vision of the high ground from the Observer. He lowers the depot as if that helps. Depot gets taken out. Blink Stalkers now moving on up. Bio's getting ready, stimming up and moving down 2 engages. A problem here. Feast needs to blink away, but it's still on cooldown. Finally finishes cooldown, able to pull away there safely. Scan. Yep, gets the Observer. Continuing up his bio production, he's just going Marine, Marauder, Medevac. He's got an orbital coming over here at the 3rd. Marine on patrol will be scouting when a 3rd comes out for Feast. Feast still on the Blink Stalker solely. Now the Charge Zealot upgrade is finishing, coming out with some Immortals as well. Level 1 armor upgrade coming through. Level 1 weapons is all done. We can see the level 2 weapons and level 1 armor now coming out here for MMA. No transition into Ghost quite yet. He's just going to continue up with this Vile. Blink Stalker still moving into Harass. Again, they're going to get cornered. And with a blink off a cooldown, loses all but 1. It loses his Observer as well. Ugh, that hurt. That was not exactly what Feast wanted there. Taking a look, yeah, he tried to catch back up, but he's actually just put himself further behind here with these engagements and losing those Stalkers. Now, yeah, okay, we do have some force over here. I was going to say I'd like to see some protection here for this base, but these forces are actually fairly adequate, as he can just stim up and run over here if there is a small bit of harass. He obviously, as we can see, has some vision of the center of the map, plus that force scout over there. So he can see if anything's coming across. He doesn't have that tower, but still, he's got plenty of vision. Stimmed up Marauders pulling forward. He takes it out. All Alright, taking a quick look there at the workers killed. Only 10 killed so far. I was worried if there was another drop that took place over here, but it doesn't look like there really was because no additional workers were killed. Just wondering what happened to that medevac. I remember there being a medevac there. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Maybe I'm just going crazy. That could be happening. Alright, continue up bio. We do have that ghost transition now coming through as well. Level 1 armor and level 2 weapons almost done over here for MMA. Feast still has no upgrades, just finishing those 1-1 right now. Psionic Storm research is also coming out. So he's making that transition into High Templar. I want to just take a quick look. No more drops taking place at the moment, although he may be planning one right now.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Zealot moves on up. We'll be scouting out this third over here. Yeah, he's not dropping. He's going to pull out with those forces just to deal with that one Zealot. He doesn't need all that stuff. Come on, what are you doing? Just move out with a few units, please. Couple of units moving to the center of the map will be taking the tower away from Feast, as he's going to be able to quite easily handle that one lone Zealot. Zealot pulls away just in time. Zealot in a probe move on up. Probe is actually going straight to drop that pylon. That was something that was spotted by MMA though, so he will move to deal with it right now. Yeah, that gets taken out. Marine's going to spot that. Force to cancel, kills off the worker. Alright, now I need to see some High Templar in the mix here because he really could use some Storm right now. This is not looking good. That's a lot of Bio and Ghost with no Storm here. Or Colossus, of course. Alright, here come the High Templar. Snipe! Stimmed up Bio is going to tear through this. A few more High Templar moving down. He's lost so many of his ground forces already, though. Oh, no. Storm gets laid down, but still. Bio's going to continue to push. Big Storm. Big Storm doing some more damage. Huge defensive Storm, though. The problem is right now is that Bio's going to push right up to that third. He's going to be worried about losing that. Definitely has to be concerned. Bio's just so strong. Ghost trying to pull forward to take out the High Templar. High Templar in the back. One of them gets sniped. Another Storm gets laid down. Another snipe goes down. Yeah, there's not enough forces here for Feast as MMA continues to push. And man, you know, at the start of that engagement, unfortunately enough for Feast, he did not have his forces in position. Look at how quickly that expansion got dropped, losing all of his workers here, and Feast calls to GG. That was quite unfortunate there with his High Templar out of position when that engagement started. He lost so many of his ground forces before they even came into play. In addition to that, he lost a few to snipes. That was quite unfortunate there for Feast. MMA's push at the 16-minute mark caught Feast out of position as he did not have his High Templar with the bulk of his army. This really significantly hurt him. A beautiful scan allowing MMA to spot the High Templar and move down to snipe, and then the stimmed up Bio without the threat of Storm were able to tear through these Zealots and Stalkers here before the Storms actually came into effect. And by the time that actually did happen, it was just a little bit too late. Quite an unfortunate situation. Quite an unfortunate first situation. Oh, wow. Quite an unfortunate situation there for Feast. Getting caught out of positioning could very well be his fault there, not keeping the High Templar with the bulk of his army. But nevertheless, game number 1 there going to MMA. We'll be moving on to game 2 in just a moment. And hopefully this time I can properly form sentences. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for game 2. If you like the content, please subscribe, keep watching, and keep owning.